Before diving into today's developments, I'd like to offer you a crucial piece of advice. When the freezing winds howl outside, cutting through the air like icy daggers, and the blizzard blankets the world in a blinding flurry, survival hinges on preparation and quick thinking. Imagine this: the temperature plunges, visibility drops to near zero, and every step forward feels like an uphill battle against nature's fury. In these moments, your safety depends on the small but vital steps you take. Dress in multiple layers, covering every inch of skin to guard against frostbite. Always carry emergency supplies, warm blankets, non-perishable food, and a flashlight, because you never know when a power outage or a road closure could leave you stranded. And perhaps most importantly, stay informed. Weather can change in an instant, turning a calm winter day into a hazardous storm. By being proactive and vigilant, you can face the fiercest conditions and emerge unscathed. Now, with that wisdom in mind, let's turn our attention to today's unfolding weather story. It's a day that will keep us on our toes. In this update, we're going to break down the weather pattern for the next 7 to 10 days and take a look at some of the temperatures. We're expecting an Arctic blast to bring the coldest air of the season all the way down into Mexico, which could spark several disturbances. These disturbances might bring snow or even heavier snowfall as far south as the Deep South, due to how far the Arctic air is expected to reach. Let's take a look at the setup moving forward. On the 5 millibar chart, you can see a clipper system descending from the Great Lakes. This system is spreading snow showers this morning and into the afternoon. As we progress, we'll see a bit of a warm-up, particularly in the south. This reprieve will be driven by a southwest wind, and Friday appears to be the warmest day of the week. However, we'll then monitor another system emerging from the west. This low-pressure area will move west to east and link up with the first Arctic wave diving down from Montana, and this will cross into the plains and connect with the initial disturbance in the southern plains. By Saturday and especially Sunday, we'll see the coldest temperatures of the season plunging into the Rockies and extending all the way into Texas and the southern plains. Most areas will feel the impact of this initial Arctic blast. A secondary surge of cold air is expected on Monday as a blocking pattern it develops over Alaska and Greenland. This will push a polar low deep into the lower 48, bringing freezing temperatures into Mexico. By Tuesday morning, we may even see temperatures in the 20s as far south as Mexico. Significant systems are on the table over the next 7 days. Let's break down the temperatures as we're entering the coldest time of the season. When areas like Alaska and parts of Canada experience significant warming, it typically traps colder air beneath, creating cross-polar flow events. These events, combined with clipper systems, will bring remarkably cold air. Wednesday morning will showcase significant cold across Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, and Ohio, even before the major Arctic blast fully arrives. By Friday, warmer conditions will precede the Arctic air building in the Yukon Territory. Moving into Saturday, the Arctic air will dive into British Columbia, the Rockies, and Denver, eventually reaching Kansas, the Plains, and Texas by Monday afternoon. By Monday, much of the lower 48 will experience well below average temperatures. The central U.S., including Montana, Wyoming, Colorado, Kansas, Texas, and Oklahoma, will bear the brunt of this Arctic blast. By Tuesday afternoon, almost the entire state of Texas, along with northern Mexico, will see temperatures about 30 degrees below average, a clear indication of the severe Arctic air mass in play. As this cold air mass moves eastward, its impact will be widespread, ensuring the next week will feel exceptionally chilly for many areas. By the time we head into Tuesday, those of you in Ohio, Kentucky, and West Virginia will find yourselves fully entrenched in the Arctic air mass, which will bring some of the coldest air of the season. This air doesn't seem to be going anywhere quickly, so we could be looking at extended periods of below freezing temperatures all the way into the deep south as this true Arctic air mass unfolds into next week. Let's talk about the actual temperatures. Zooming in on the central U.S., here's where we stand right now. This morning is already pretty cold, with temperatures in the negative teens across much of the Dakotas and Minnesota. As we move forward into tonight, you'll notice overall low temperatures in the single digits across Iowa, Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio, with slightly milder lows in the 20s across Oklahoma and Arkansas. As we continue through Wednesday and Thursday, and especially into Friday, temperatures will moderate significantly. Friday will likely be the warmest day of the week, thanks to a surge of warmer air coming from the south. Expect temperatures in the 40s, 50s, and even 60s in some areas before the initial Arctic air mass starts entering the lower 48 on Saturday. By Sunday morning, the true extent of this cold spell will become evident. Colorado will see temperatures below zero, with Denver hitting around 17 degrees below zero. Kansas and Oklahoma will see single-digit lows, while Dallas will dip to 19 degrees. This is just the beginning, as another surge of Arctic air is expected to follow shortly thereafter. By Monday, much of the northern U.S. will see temperatures below zero, with single digits reaching into Oklahoma, Texas, and New Mexico. Even portions of Arizona will feel the chill. When Shreveport, Louisiana hits 16 degrees, you know it's serious. Temperatures in the 20s will bring hard freeze conditions all the way down to the Gulf Coast, marking a significant and widespread cold spell. This deep freeze will persist into Tuesday, with the cold air shifting further east. Even then, much of the country will remain under its grip. Let's shift our focus to the eastern U.S., where the first Arctic impact will come in the form of a clipper system. By Wednesday morning, areas across Iowa, Missouri, the Ohio Valley, Kentucky, and West Virginia will still have snow on the ground. Temperatures will be in the single digits. However, a brief warm-up is expected as a south wind pushes temperatures upward, likely peaking on Friday. The east will initially receive a glancing blow from the Arctic air, but as we move through Monday and into Tuesday, the Arctic air will spread eastward. No region will be left untouched. About 95 to 97% of the country will experience freezing temperatures from this system, with the freeze line dipping all the way into central Florida. This is a significant and serious event, with true Arctic air making its presence felt across the U.S. Let's now break down the surface map. Here you can see the current clipper system impacting the Great Lakes and portions of Ohio. By the time we head into Tuesday, areas such as Pennsylvania will experience a clipper system. While we're not expecting significant snowfall, it will bring light snow showers through Wednesday and Thursday. Following that, there will be a brief warm-up ahead of the Arctic air intrusion for areas like East Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, and Missouri. This warm-up could trigger stronger thunderstorms Friday night into Saturday as the Arctic front approaches. As a 1,036 megabar Arctic high-pressure system drops into Montana, it will bring snow across Wyoming and the Rockies, with Denver likely receiving a couple of inches. As this system moves eastward, snow showers are expected across Ohio, Pennsylvania, and areas of upstate New York, extending into southern Canada. Light snow accumulations are also expected through the Rockies, Kansas, and Oklahoma on Saturday and Sunday. Looking ahead to Monday, a reinforcing shot of Arctic air will bring another round of snow across Colorado, New Mexico, Kansas, and parts of Texas. This second system could set the stage for a significant winter storm further south. An area of low pressure forming in Mexico is expected to move across Texas on Monday. With Arctic air firmly in place all the way to the deep south, there's an increasing probability of wintry precipitation. By Monday night into Tuesday, we could see an icy mix and even snow across central and northern Texas, including the Panhandle. The wintry precipitation could extend southward into areas like Brownsville, with freezing rain possible as far south as Galveston. Louisiana, Mobile, and the surrounding Gulf Coast areas are also at risk for winter weather. This Arctic blast could trigger a significant winter storm Monday through Wednesday, affecting the eastern seaboard. Areas like Virginia, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, Delaware, and New Jersey could see heavy snowfall. Now let's take a closer look at the global models. The European model shows a Clipper system impacting the Ohio Valley on Wednesday and Thursday, followed by a brief moderation in temperatures. The GFS model highlights the second system, bringing more precipitation to the Rockies and linking up with a secondary low pressure system in Texas. Both models suggest the potential for significant wintry precipitation across the southern plains and into the southeast, even reaching the Florida Panhandle. Unusual for the Deep South, the probability of a wintry mix extends into southeastern Georgia, the Carolinas, and up the eastern seaboard. Snow probabilities are higher east of the Rockies and through areas that will experience Arctic air. However, a dry slot is likely for regions such as Iowa and Minnesota, meaning snowfall will be minimal there over the next 7 days. In summary, we're looking at significant Arctic air, 2 major snowstorms, and a wide-reaching cold spell impacting much of the U.S. through next Thursday. We came to the end of the video, guys. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video.